Good evening, boys and girls. So today I'll tell you some story in English, but I really don't know what to tell you. I'll just describe what I see. Anyway, I'm driving now from Queens. I was at the airport tonight, so now I'm driving from Queens to Brooklyn. Actually, I just entered Brooklyn. This is Belt Parkway, one of the major roadways of New York City, particularly Queens and Brooklyn. This road will take me to Verrazano Bridge, all the way to Staten Island. I'll take Staten Island Expressway and get back home to New Jersey. This should take me no more than around 40 minutes from here. I don't know how much battery charge I have. Last time I charged the camera, it was probably a few days ago, even last week, so I don't know how long it can last, but as long as the camera records, I can just tell you some BS stories. Here's one of the videos that will have no subject whatsoever. I'll just talk whatever comes to my mind, and then I'll just speak out. I was at the airport today. They called me yesterday to replace somebody who called out sick today. Oh, I don't know what happened, but anyway, they had an open post for me to fill in, and I didn't have any plans for Saturday, so I said, okay, alright, put me on the schedule. I'll come in and do it. As you all know, I don't really have any hard time at the airport, so I was just chilling as always. And now 11 p.m. there shouldn't be not too much traffic unless something happens, and I see already the traffic is slowing down. So I don't know what's going on. Hopefully this is hopefully this is just for a little while. It shouldn't take that long, but so far it was good. And usually at this time I usually don't get stuck anywhere. There's a guy behind me. He's really tailgating me. I hate it. I hate when they do that. Let me get out of here. Okay. Hopefully he's not going to catch up with me. There are people who tailgate, you know that. Even in New York, even in America, there are people who will swing around the lanes, left and right, and then tailgate people. So I just had one of those not so good, I would say, drivers. I don't want to use curse words. Now he's coming up. I don't want to deal with this, so I just let him in. I'll just let him go and let him go as far away from me as possible, because I just don't want to deal with these drivers. Look, he's not even. Oh, I don't know what the hell is he doing. Okay, whatever. Sometimes he uses flashers when he changes lane, but sometimes I see that he doesn't even use them. It's one of those people from New York. He may be from Russia too. He may be another immigrant from Russia, by the way, but not necessarily, because there are a bunch of other people here that also don't know how to behave on the road. They just don't behave. And the speed limit now is 40. I don't know why. There used to be a lot of road work in here, but the road seems to be complete now. But still they have those signs of 40 miles an hour. Nobody, look at the traffic, nobody goes 40 miles an hour. I'm going 55 right now, and nobody goes slower than that. Of course, we don't even take into the account that guy who drove off. I don't even see him anymore, but that's good. That's good for me. Hopefully everyone arrives safe and he won't hit anybody. Because these people usually those who get in trouble. we're approaching the drawbridge, the only drawbridge on this Belt Parkway. And sometimes when a boat has to come through, there's a channel under the bridge, obviously, and when the boat has to come through, they close the bridge, they close this bridge, they open it up for the boat, and that creates a lot of traffic congestion on this road, obviously both ways. But the good thing is that next year, or hopefully the next 2 years tops, this bridge will be replaced with a new 60-foot bridge. And it will no longer be a drawbridge, it will be just a regular steady bridge. And the height of the bridge will be enough for any boats to pass through the channel down there. They don't have big boats, it's just one of those yachts. There's a lot of yachts because to the right side of that bridge there's a good and expensive area where a lot of Italian people live, and they have their boats. I wouldn't say Italian mafia regarding the movies like Tony Soprano, but there are quite a few rich people who live there and they have their own boats. So sometimes when they take a ride into the ocean, everybody here has to wait until the boat passes the bridge. So this problem will be solved very soon, and I'm really happy about it. Now this bridge, it's one of those, it's actually the same bridge that I made a video about, a temporary bridge. We are now driving through a temporary bridge that was built next to the old bridge, and then when they demolish the bridge and replace it with a new bridge. Now this temporary structure will be taken apart, disassembled, or whatever the word you want to use, and that's it. It'll be gone. They'll plant some trees in here again, so they're gonna make the area look the same way it used to look before the construction started, which is very nice to do. But it was very nice to do this bridge here, because otherwise they would have to close 1 or 2 lanes every night, and first of all the construction would take longer, but then also it will create a lot of inconvenience to daily drivers. So instead they just constructed a temporary bridge, which is totally fine, and I agreed with that. Okay, now the cops pulled I see the cops pulled over a taxi driver. I'm sure there was a reason, because taxi drivers in New York are crazy, especially the yellow taxi drivers. They are so crazy. They drive like maniacs in the city, and sometimes they come here too, because they come to JFK airport and then they take people all around New York, not just Manhattan. So it looks like this is one of the drivers. He probably drove way over the speed limit, or I don't know what he did. But most of the time what you see here are the people getting pulled over for doing for going way faster than the speed limit. That's probably the #1 reason I see the cops talking to somebody. And this is what you see now. I would give you a 90% chance that this guy was stopped for that reason, for the reason of speeding. Usually you speed, oh my god, stupid asshole, what the hell? Yeah, there's another guy on Lexus that he thinks he's a Schumacher. Oh my god. You see, there's so many crazy people in New York. Obviously, it may be not that many crazy people comparing to the area you guys live in, but there's still some, especially overnight, especially late night like now. There's a lot of these people who drive really fast. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't drive fast. My speed right now is around 57 or maybe 58 miles an hour. The speed limit is 50, but it's okay to go a little over, but just don't go too much and you won't get in trouble. Because obviously going 50 is just too slow. I can't believe it. But what I think about it is the reason they enforce 50 miles an hour speed limit, because if they set it to 60, people will be flying 75, 80 or more, and that will create a lot of problems, a lot of accidents. So they have to keep it at 50 to just keep people from driving too fast, because everybody knows nobody drives 50. Well, probably this guy on the right, Ford Explorer, he may be going 50 miles an hour. But look, the majority are not. The majority of the drivers, they don't go 50. Even I go slow. Look at the traffic in front of me. It's actually going away a little bit. By the way, we just passed by the Brighton Beach on the left and the Shipshead Bay on the right. And now, you can't see it, but there's a huge MTA subway depot on the right hand side. And there's a lot of trains standing there now. It's a storage for the trains. It's a big depot, one of the 3 depots. I believe there are 3 depots for New York subway. One is in here, one is in Queens, and there's another one in Bronx. Maybe there's more, but that's the only 3 I'm aware of. So we just keep driving on Belt Parkway. And hopefully within the next 7 or 8 minutes, or maybe less, we'll be going over the Verrazano Bridge. One of the famous bridges of America. Verrazano Bridge was completed in 1964. So that's 51-year-old bridge now. Verrazano Bridge. But in 1964, only the upper level was open, and then in next 2 years, I don't remember, either 2 or 3 years, they completed the lower level of the bridge, because as most of you know already, those who have any interest in the United States and New York, most of you already know that Verrazano Bridge is a double-decker. It carries traffic on two levels. And I usually like to take the upper level going towards Staten Island, and I take the lower level when I go towards Brooklyn. The reason behind that is that when you go from Staten Island to Brooklyn, there's a lot of traffic on the upper level. But then going from Brooklyn to Staten Island, it's not that much convenient to come to a Staten Island Expressway from the lower level, because you have to cross a lot of lanes after paying tolls. So for that reason, going back to Staten Island towards New Jersey, I usually take the upper level, and I enjoy the ride, especially at this time. As I said, as you can see, there's not much traffic. That's a very nice road. They paved this parkway recently, last year, so as you can see, the pavement is in a good condition. I can't say it's perfect, but it's in very good condition, so I can't complain really. There are roads in New York City that are really bad, but I can't say it about Belt Parkway, because the Belt Parkway isn't bad at all. We can already see the signs guiding to the bridge. Okay, now these guys driving too slow really. I'll just go around one of them. Now you see Verrazano Bridge right in front of us. This is the Brooklyn side tower, and as we turn left a little, now you can see the entire bridge. The bridge is almost 2 kilometers or 1.5 miles long. It's a real long bridge. and I forgot what the height of this bridge is, but it's good enough. The height is good enough for all boats, for all ships to come and leave New York ports. Sometimes I see huge, very huge Maersk boats or any other steamship lines with a lot of containers loaded on them, and they can still go through the bridge. They can still go under the bridge with no problem. This guy from Pennsylvania, he doesn't know where he's going. Okay, hopefully he decided now, because there's no way out now. If Verrazano Bridge is not the place he wanted to go, it's too late now. This guy's gonna have to pay the toll. Yeah, this guy really must be from Pennsylvania. I don't think he's from New York, because he's driving really, really slow. That is not a New York style driving, I can tell you now. He's definitely not from New York. But come on, man, we can go a little faster. I understand the speed limit here is 35, but nobody ever goes 35 here. It seems like he's started to speed up a little bit. That's good. Now let's see if he decides to go to a lower level at the last minute, so he will have to change the lane from left to right. Let's see what happens. Actually, the traffic itself, the entire traffic is getting slow. I guess people are afraid of this little turn here and a slope. But hopefully everything starts moving soon. Come on, let's go. Let's go. What's the wait? What is the wait? Let's go. Yay! Alright, come on, man. Use your gas pedal, dude. Alright, they closed the lane here. They got some construction on the bridge. They do it overnight, so they close one lane, but as you can see, it does not create any problems with the traffic. You see, the traffic still goes, everything flows nice and smooth. I think, and I believe, I don't remember, but I believe that the speed limit here is 45, but nobody ever goes 45. I'm going 60 now, and even this guy in front of me, the Pennsylvania guy, oh, now they put it 40. I just saw the sign 40. Now even this Pennsylvania guy is speeding up. Very good. But look, he's afraid of the narrow lanes, so he's look, he's driving in the middle. What a dumb fuck. I'm sorry. No, I shouldn't be cursing for the video. But you know, sometimes I just have to express myself this way. Sorry about that. We're crossing the New York Bay now. And this is now the Staten Island side tower of the bridge, the second tower of the bridge. And we're going downhill. We're almost there to pay the toll. $11.08 toll. Oh no, I hope the guy from behind doesn't hit me. Okay. What the hell is going on now? I don't know what the hell this is. They just suddenly stop for no reason. I hate this. But guys, what are you gonna do? You see, I can stop, but the only thing, I cannot control people around me. People around me, unfortunately, I can't be responsible for them and control what they do. Because I'm pretty much confident of my driving, but what are you gonna do with other people? I suddenly stopped too because the traffic in front of me stopped, but I was just hoping that nobody behind me rear-ends me again, like what happened recently in this area, which will be a video, or maybe the video will be already up about that. So we are now in Staten Island, guys, and we are driving through the Staten Island on Staten Island Expressway, or there's this highway has a number, Interstate 278. This goes all the way to New Jersey and then ends right there. This should be about 15 to 20 minute ride, because from Staten Island Expressway, and then I'll go to the next road. Actually, I don't even remember. Maybe the next road is still called Staten Island Expressway. Oh no, that's Route 440. So no, it's not Staten Island Expressway. The one that I'll be driving next after this. And you can see the traffic is moving very well. So I don't know what freaking story I can tell you. I'm actually tired of the day a little bit. But I can tell you what happened 3 weeks ago when they shut down the entire New Jersey Turnpike South, both trucks and cars. This was a madhouse. Guys, I never had this before. Usually it takes me from 30 to 40 minutes to go from the place where I work to go home. But that day it took me 4 hours to go home. They shut down the entire turnpike southbound, and all the traffic was squeezing through I-78 and US 109. This was really crazy, man. It's a madhouse. In about 2.5 hours, I finally exited to I-78. That was just before Newark Airport. There was still a lot of traffic. The Garden State Parkway was also congested. So I just continued. I kept going through I-78. After that, the road was clear. After the parkway, the road really cleared. And I decided not to exit that highway and just go all the way west up to the 278, Interstate 278. And then I went to the 278 and I got home this way. But guys, this was really crazy. I know for people who live in Moscow, this is probably nothing. They deal with this every other day or so. But to me, it was really crazy. It was too much. And then at 10 p.m. that same night, I turned my TV on and I switched to channel 5, Fox. Oh, I could have watched another channel, but Fox 5 is my favorite. Probably because it's sponsored by Republicans and not Democrats, not the liberals. So I watched the TV, and even on TV, that was the first block of news. The first thing they ever talked about was that big traffic congestion on New Jersey Turnpike, with a shutdown, with people just parking their cars and just chilling on the side road. They take the beach chairs, they sit on them. All right, here's the road construction, and now we're having a excellent pavement, because this road was just paved. Bayonne Bridge is closed. That's where the that's where Andre lives, the immigrant video channel. As you know, he lives in Bayonne. He doesn't hide it, so there's nothing personal that I'm disclosing right now. Everybody knows he lives in Bayonne. And I don't know about now, but he used to take Bayonne Bridge all the time, but now it's in a big construction, and for the weekend it's usually closed now. For Saturday and Sunday, they close it Friday night and they reopen it Monday early morning. that bridge is being raised to accommodate the bigger ships, cargo ships obviously. When they raise that bridge, they'll create an alternative way for the ships to come to New York ports and the Staten Island ports, which is part of New York port anyway. Staten Island port is the part of big New York port. New York has ports. It's in Staten Island, in Brooklyn, and there are ports in from Newark and Elizabeth side, also in New Jersey. But in general, this entire setup is called New York. So when your container with all the goods from China arrives in New York, that is not necessarily arriving in New York City. It may end up in Newark, which is actually good for me if I order something from China, like a container, and if it arrives in Newark, it's actually less expensive to deliver to me in New Jersey rather than delivering it from Newark or Staten Island, because as you know, the truckers have to also pay the tolls for the bridge, and then it's a longer way, it's just longer distance, so then it costs you more. That's just regarding the business. As you know, a lot of things imported from China these days, but mostly the stuff that has nothing to do with science, because there's a lot of stuff designed in the United States and then production goes to China. That has been happening, I guess, for the last 10, 15 or even 20 years. But talking about ports, there's a big port in Newark, but everything else everything in general is called New York. So now I exited the Staten Island Expressway, and now we're driving on the 440. It's called Route 440. Nobody calls it 440. Nobody says 100 word. They just say 440 in short, for short. That is the next and the last major road I'm gonna take on my way home. I see that this video is already lasting for 27 minutes, and it's gonna last for probably another 15 or maybe 20 minutes, I'm not sure. But usually coming from JFK Airport to Woodbridge, going back, usually it takes no more than 15 minutes in total, unless there's any traffic problem, any accident or road closure due to construction or anything like that. I remember we slowed down a little bit, so it may take a little longer now, but not too long. By the way, all these street lights you see, they all LED now. They used to have conventional bulbs, but they switched all of them to LED, and they even look better. They look really fancy. It's really cool the way they look, and they are bright, so I have no problem with that. They look really nice. I don't know, for some reason there's more cars on the road today at this time than I usually see. I don't usually see that much traffic at 11:30. It's actually 11:45 now. I don't know, maybe all these people decided to I don't know, have some fun by the end of summer, but usually at this time there's not much traffic. But anyway, I'm happy that it moves. Everything's moving and there's no problem. It's the exit 7, and we are going all the way to exit 1. We are going all the way to the end of this road, end of this highway, and when we cross the bridge, this highway is still called Route 440. And then at some point it changes its name to I-278. No, I-287. 278 is somewhere else. It's from the other bridge. 278, we just left 278. So this Route 440 will become Route 287, but we won't see that because I'll exit from it earlier than that. A few miles before the name change. As I leave almost right off the bridge. It's around 5 or maybe 6 minutes from the bridge. As you may see, as you guys may see, I don't really live that far away from New York City. At least from the official borders of New York City, which is Staten Island. As you all know by this time, Staten Island is part of New York City. It's one of the boroughs, one of the 5 boroughs of New York City. And New York City consists of Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, and Staten Island. And the Bronx is the only borough that has the article "the" before its name. And there is a reason why, because the Bronx, that area used to belong to the family with the last name Bronx. So that's why when you refer to that area, it's just in English. You say the Bronx, and it just kept the same name, and everybody still called Bronx the Bronx. But no other borough in New York City has the in front of it. There's Staten Island, there's Brooklyn, there's Queens. And you can't say the Brooklyn when you just refer to the name. And Staten Island is one of the quietest boroughs of New York City, and in some places it just looks like just some rural area because there's nothing there, no houses, no stores, no businesses. It's just empty, nothing around there. It's just green. It looks like woods. It's the area we're driving through right now, by the way. There's just woods besides. There's just woods on the sides of the road, and just the highway goes through the woods. You can see the streets sometimes crossing it, but not so many streets as in Manhattan, I would say, or even Brooklyn. The map, I don't even see that many streets on the map. Yeah, because this area, this island, Staten Island, it has a lot of potential. There's still a lot of miles and miles, square miles to grow. And I see recently, they're building more and more houses, more and more apartment buildings. So they keep getting, the city keeps growing. But so far so good, there's still plenty of space. And maybe that's why there's not much traffic in Staten Island. So we're already approaching exit 1. We're actually not taking exit 1 because the Route 440 continues onto the bridge. And then it will be New Jersey. And in New Jersey, there are their own exits, there's their own numbers. I don't remember if the exits have numbers in New Jersey for Route 440. There may be just the names of the towns and the streets for the exit, but it may not be even the number. They may not even have a number. So I thought it would take 10 or 15 minutes, but actually it was 27 minutes when we started driving here, and it's 34 minutes now. So it's only 7 minutes. So after 8 full minutes, we'll be already driving through the bridge, or on the bridge, I would say. Yep. The next right, and then we'll be on the bridge. Oh, come on, man. You really have to change the lane now? Dude. Weird people with weird driving skills. Actually, I don't have to change the lane. I was about to, but I don't really have to. Because this lane takes me exactly directly onto the bridge. And I don't have to change any lanes. This is called Outer Bridge, and once we cross it, we are in New Jersey. I really enjoy the late night drives because you see the road is empty, so I do enjoy it. Of course I do not enjoy it when I have to get stuck in the traffic, but at this time, look, it's just nice, really nice. I'll drop the speed a little bit. I'll correct the what you will call. Yeah, I correct the cruise control a little bit. We'll be going 45 as per the speed limit, by the way. I would go a little faster, but I just don't want to change lanes, and this guy in front of me is going 45 or maybe 46, so I'll just keep going that way. And we're crossing another water, and that's it. Here you go. This is the middle of the bridge, and we are officially in New Jersey. Welcome back to New Jersey, guys. They call it Garden State because New Jersey really has a lot of woods. It's really green. So yeah, green is the color of New Jersey. This bridge is really low, but we're almost getting off the bridge. And I'll take the first exit out of it. Route 440 will continue straight, but I'm taking a right turn right now, or just about now. Once we get off this bridge, we're still on the bridge, but not on the main part of it. Not at the part where it is suspended. This is I don't know if I can call it a bridge or this is just an approach to the bridge, but that's the way it's built. So I think now we are on the ground. Yes, now we are on the ground. And I'm making the first right and exiting. That is when you're going towards Woodbridge. Welcome to Woodbridge. This is not Woodbridge yet, by the way. This town is called Perth Amboy, or Perth Amboy. Yeah, probably Amboy. And it's the first traffic light, by the way, you guys see of the entire trip in this video. You'll get to see more traffic lights. We're going to Route 35. And Route 35 already has traffic lights because it is a still major street, but not a highway, not a right-of-way street, so it does have crossroads, all the crosswalks, and obviously traffic lights. Let's go. Okay. It's Wendy's here. I see 4 cars in the drive-thru. Oh, there's so many cars in the drive-thru. Wow. Every other place is closed, so they only have fast food now. So again, this is a town of Perth Amboy right now. And after the next traffic light, we'll enter Woodbridge Township. And it is my hometown now for the last 5 years. I really like this place. It's really good. Has some good schools here. Not all the schools are good, but you can choose and you can go to a nice school. And there are also private schools. So here it is. Here's Perth Amboy. And now we are in Woodbridge. And the sign on the right just said, entering Woodbridge Township. That's it. We are in Woodbridge. So my estimate was about right. It took us 40 minutes, 41 minutes. Oh, here's the Civic, like probably 20-year-old Civic or 25-year-old Civic. That makes a lot of noise. Redneck tuning. All right. And this bridge takes us over the I-95 New Jersey Turnpike. That is the highway I take every weekday to go to my regular job, Monday through Friday job, as everybody else. I think this will be the last traffic light for me. That would be it. Hopefully. Or maybe not yet. They're all green. That is so nice to have green light on your way so you don't have to stop. Here's the tailor, barber shop, and that diner that you have seen from my bicycle rides. Alright, we're almost there. So guys, have a good night, or whatever the time you have in the area you leave. Bye bye, see you next time.